Hello, everybody. Is there anyone there? Sunday Adelaja here. That's my name. Gladys Nwosu, you are the first one here today. Adiola Disu, welcome. We just finished speaking to you now, and you are there already. Welcome, welcome. Who is going to be the next one to greet us today? Mofe Lola, good evening. How are you today? Jefferson, how is America? Gladys Nwosu, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Iyanu is in the house, but she's not coming out to see us today. Professor Daniel, blessings, good evening. Domitila, good evening. Daniel Asengal, it's been quite a while, Daniel. Princess Adetola, good evening. Darlene Madu, blessings. Let's keep on going to share the message as we are coming in. Please go ahead and share the message with your friends. Let's invite as many people as possible so that they could come and join us. Our marathon is continuing. Hello, D. Dennis. Blessings. Welcome, She and Nanaba is here. Michael Afolabi. Nice to see you guys. Let's go ahead and share the link as we are coming in. Go look for the share button. Ooh, look who came, Esther Kuganja. Long time. How is your daddy, Esther? Nice to see you again. Yomi Adedeji is here. Olayinka Sheung. Welcome. Like I said, go ahead and invite your friends. Let's invite public, general. Invite all of them that are there as our contacts. And we'll be ready to go. Okay. I think I'm going to introduce you right now to our host today, Olena Stebeska. She's the one in charge of this marathon. And so she's going to welcome our guest. We have a beautiful lady here today. Julia is her name. Wonderful lady. She knows me in and out. She's been in the church, I don't know for how many years, but she seems to know everything about Pastor Sunday. Okay, here.
Добрий вечір, дорогі
Good
друзі.
Good evening, everybody.
Раді вас бачити. Уже у нас
Nice to see
сьогодні
you.
9-й день.
Today is the 9th day of our marathon.
Коли ми можемо з вами чути історії звичайних людей, життя яких змінилося завдяки пастору
In this
Сандею.
program, we're listening to the testimonies of people whose lives have been changed thanks to Pastor Sunday's ministry.
І сьогодні у нас незвичайна гостя, це прекрасна дівчина, її звати Юлія, яка дуже добре знає пастора Сандея і може дати йому вичерпну характеристику.
This lady here, her name is Julia. She knows Pastor Sunday very well, and she will tell you a lot about Pastor Sunday.
І оскільки 50-річний ювілей пастора, то в неї аж 50 пунктів для того, щоб розказати, хто такий пастор.
50 qualities, 50 attributes of Pastor Sunday on Pastor Sunday's 50th birthday.
Юля, добрий вечір. Добрий вечір. Вас бачити.
Julia, good evening. Nice to see you.
Розкажіть нам, хто такий пастор Сандей? Як ви можете дати йому характеристику?
Julia, what are the characteristics and the attributes of Pastor Sunday?
Дорогие друзья,
Hello, friends.
я рада вас видеть.
I'm very happy to see you.
Я очень тронута,
I'm very touched
что вы любите нашего пастора.
that not only we love our pastor here in Ukraine, that you international people in other countries also love our pastor.
Цените его.
That you value our pastor.
Слышите Бога через его голос.
That you are listening to him as a servant of God.
И делайте то, что он
And
говорит.
that you are obeying the teachings of our pastor. Thank you so much for that.
Поэтому я чувствую, я вас люблю и ценю. Хоть я
So,
вас лично не знаю,
even though I don't know most that are there, but the fact that you love my pastor, the fact that you love him the way I love him, the fact that you people value him as a servant of God and you are receiving the word and the revelation that God has given to him to give to the world, I already love you. I already love all of you just because I know you are loving this man that is not possible not to love.
вы мне очень дороги,
So you are already like my family.
и я благословляю вас всем сердцем.
And I bless you. I bless every one of you with all my heart.
И хочу поделиться.
Of course, I will share with you the Pastor Sunday that I know.
В воскресенье на общении
Last Sunday, when we were in the Russian service,
я говорила спонтанно, то, что мне приходило в сердце.
you know, I was just talking about Pastor Sunday, the Pastor Sunday that I know, just spontaneously out of my mind.
Сегодня я тоже буду говорить сердцем.
Today, I'm also going to be speaking from my heart of the Pastor Sunday that I know.
Но я решила подготовиться.
But today, I even thought about it because on Sunday, when I was talking about Pastor Sunday that I know, I didn't even think about it, it just came. But now I thought about it and I got prepared.
Так как я эмоциональный человек,
I'm very I am an emotional person. I said, it's not clear that you're emotional, so she showed you her emotions.
и понимала, что будет элемент волнения.
And you know, so I've written down the things that I'm going to talk about.
Поэтому я, как учит нас наш любимый пастор Сандей,
Pastor Sunday always teaches us to be prepared ahead of time, ahead of opportunities.
не выходить и думать на ходу,
Don't just be doing anything sporadically.
с чего я вышел.
Make sure that you get
И все
ready.
ждут, когда человек поймет.
Make sure that you are at your best every time an opportunity presents itself.
Пастор любит, когда человек готовится.
Pastor is always talking about the need for preparation.
И я много раз видела,
And I've seen that many times.
как пастор хвалил тех,
How Pastor Sunday always praises people
кто выходил свидетельствовать или делиться чем-то.
because Pastor Sunday likes to give people opportunities. So when he calls people to the stage to share their story or to talk about anything, Pastor Sunday always appreciates people who are well prepared.
Кто держит блокнот,
And people who have their notes,
то, что он написал рукой,
and people who have written something down, who have thought about what they want to say.
или в телефоне в планшете.
Yes, just like me, I've written down in my telephone.
И я этой ночью,
So this evening,
где-то после 12,
in the night, last night that is,
вышла на кухню,
I went to the kitchen
стала думать,
when the whole family was
решила все
resting,
записать.
and I wrote down everything that I wanted to talk about today.
Я могу вам выслать, но только все на русском.
I could send them to you. See, I could
На
send to you
русском
my
есть.
notes, but it's in Russian language, it's not in English. Sorry.
И я писала по пунктам, буду читать и добавлять, и
So
буду
I'm going to
делиться.
tell you my experience and what I know of pastor.
Первое.
The first quality of pastor that I've discovered.
Вопрос был, как вы считаете, кто такой пастор Сандей как личность?
Yes, that's right.
И вот это меня и затронуло, и я хотела сказать, что прежде всего пастор Сандей личность.
I would like to say that Pastor Sunday is an unusual personality. He's a person with a big name.
И, может, вы удивитесь, но на лидерской школе пастор давал такое задание. Кто вы? И не все написали, что он личность.
In our church here, Pastor has taught us what is the difference between just a human being and a personality. Some, you know, so we know that there is a difference between just being a human being and not just a personality in the world, but a personality in God. Somebody who knows himself.
Написали единицы вообще из тысяч людей.
You know, like in our church, we have thousands of people, but not everybody is a personality.
И пастор Сандел делал ударение. Вы прежде всего должны стать личностями.
So in our church, Pastor has been teaching us that our priority is to become personalities, that people who change the world, people who decide the destiny of nations, people who take decisions for the society, not people who are being, being controlled and ruled by other people, but people who have, who are in charge of their lives and who are in charge of the world they live in.
Сначала личностью, а потом проповедником, молитвенником, общественным деятелем.
So Pastor Sunday said it's better for you to become a personality that is respected, that knows who he is, what he is, before you strive to be somebody else, like a wife, a mother, or a pastor, or anything like that. First of all, give yourself life before you give life to others.
Поэтому я решила с этого и начать, что
So
первое,
Pastor Sunday to me is a personality.
пастор Сандей – личность, человек, имеющий внутренний стержень, позицию, взгляд, свое мнение и ценность.
Pastor Sunday as a personality is somebody that has value system. So a personality is someone that lives according to his own value system. He has his own value systems. He has his own principles that he's living by. Somebody that is not following the winds. Somebody that is not following public opinion. Someone that is not being controlled by what is going on. But he is rather, charting his own way for himself. Somebody that knows what he's after, what he's pursuing, why he's doing what he's doing, and that has reason and explanation for everything he's doing. And that is living by a purpose. He's moving towards a goal. And everything around him submits to that goal.
И как у нас стоит личности, ценности не меняются.
So with Pastor Sunday, because it's a personality, it's not changing by the mood. It's not changing tomorrow like this and yesterday like this and today like this.
У пастора Сандея одинаковые ценности и принципы.
So
В
Pastor
доме
Sunday is always having the same principle. The Pastor Sunday I know is someone that is having the same principle at home, in the church, everywhere. He's the same everywhere.
в доме, в церкви, я поняла, вы сказали, пастор, да, везде ценности неизменны,
So he's
стабильны.
not somebody that is changing. He's always faithful to his principles all the time.
Второй пункт у меня. Человек, который радикально, фанатично, страстно любит Бога.
The second attribute of Pastor Sunday that I would like to point out is that Pastor Sunday is somebody that is fanatic about love. He fanatically loves God and he fanatically loves people.
И мы это видели годами и слышали.
We have been seeing this and seen it for years and years.
Когда слышали проповеди пастора,
When we listen to his messages,
видели его образ
we
жизни,
see his lifestyle,
слышали о том, какой он уединяется.
we see how he sacrifices
И не просто уединяется,
and how he does his solitude with God.
а берет с собой 2 литра воды, я
And
помню, вы
he's
рассказывали.
taking some water with him and going to fast and pray and be in solitude with God.
И уединяется в помещении, не выходя даже на улицу.
Not coming out to the street even for
Там-
weeks and days.
И форточку не открывая
And
даже.
he's not even opening the windows.
Настолько он просто был фокусирован на Боге,
Someone
не
that is
хотел
so committed
отвлекаться.
to God. He just wants to focus on God, locking himself out there in solitude, just seeking the face of God,
И хотел угодить ему.
to try to please God.
Тогда как люди, бывает, часто берут пост даже,
Even people, some ordinary people, just when they fast,
живут в обычной
they
обстановке,
don't even lock themselves up. They don't even go to solitude, just living an everyday life.
и пост у них на интернет, например.
But still, they just do fasting for internet. They only restrain themselves from the internet.
Или на мясо,
Or maybe they just don't eat meat.
или на сладкое.
Or maybe they just say, okay, they will not eat sugar or cake or chocolate.
А все остальное в доступе.
Otherwise, they just do everything they like.
А пастор Сандей
But Pastor
жертвует,
Sunday sacrifices everything,
платит цену.
pays a big price,
И он ревностно любит Бога.
and he's locking himself and
Страстно.
just drinking 1 liter of water for a whole week, lock himself up in a room, don't come out, and that is a big demonstration for God.
Каждой клеточкой своего тела.
And that means that he's showing that every cell of his body is committed to God,
И всем духом,
spirit, soul, and body.
и душой,
Yes.
и разумом.
Yep. I'll pay the deal to it.
Да, спасибо. И первый подпункт в этом пункте, это то, что пастор так сильно, страстно любит Бога, а второе то, что пастор также сильно, страстно после этого любит людей.
So we have seen how Pastor demonstrated this love for God for years and years, over 20 years of being stable, of being consistent, consistently seeking God, consistently loving God, And that's the same way Pastor Sunday passionately loves people.
И можно сказать, если бы пришлось убрать все остальные пункты, то я бы вот, если пастор сказал, оставь один, вот этот один из двух подпунктов я бы оставила.
You know, if I'm planning to give you 50 qualities of Pastor Sunday today, but if Pastor had said just give one quality, this is the only one quality I would have stopped at. This is what separates and identifies Pastor Sunday from the crowd, from everybody else. He is fanatically in love with God and is fanatically in love with people. So he's sacrificing his life for people and he's sacrificing his life for God. This is the quality that stands out of all the other 50 qualities of Pastor Sunday.
Tretий пункт.
Number 3.
Пастор Сандей внимательный к Богу и к людям.
The third quality is that Pastor Sunday is very, very detailed. I mean, he's very attentive to people and to God. Yeah, Bogu y ludiam.
Да.
So Pastor Sunday is very detailed. He gives attention. He pays attention to God and to man.
И вот это слово внимательность, как я хочу раскрыть. Вот пример, пастор умеет слушать, как никто, наверное.
Let me explain to you what I mean that Pastor Sunday pays attention to God and to man. He's detailed, he's meticulous to God and to man. He pays attention, he notices, yeah. Pastor Sunday notices God and notices God by noticing man. Pastor Sunday, when you are Pastor Sunday, it's like there is no other person in his life again. As if you are the only person that matters at that point. Pastor Sunday is so attentive when he's talking to you. Pastor Sunday begins to listen to you. He listens to everything. He's never lost his attention when he's listening to you. He never loses his concentration. It's as if you are the only human being on the earth. That is how Pastor Sunday honors people. He notices man, and through that, he notices God by noticing man.
Пастор Сандей умеет отставить все, как будто весь мир остановился. Многие люди это говорили, что пастор сидит перед ними, общается и слушает, и просто, как говорят, в рот заглядывает, как будто, это учитель великий его учит. Так он слушает людей, внимательно, ловя каждое слово и всем сердцем.
When anybody has come across Pastor Sunday, when Pastor Sunday is talking to you, he's talking to you as if you are the only human being on the earth. He's just looking in your mouth. Now, nobody does that. You only listen to like that attentively to somebody who is your leader or who is your pastor or who is somebody that you respect so much that you don't want to blink. Now, Pastor Sunday listens to every human being like that. He doesn't even blink. As if he doesn't have any concern in life, as if you are the most important individual on earth.
И многие люди говорили об этом со сцены.
Now, this quality that I'm talking about, it's not just me who noticed it. Thousands of people testify to the same thing. All the time, people say, we have met with Pastor Sunday. He pays so much attention to us as if we have been honored so much just by his attention.
Что они были потрясены, сокрушены, как пастор их слушал, и даже исцеление получали во время этого общения.
And most of these people who Pastor Sunday pays attention to like this are always very shocked that why should he honor them like this? They themselves don't honor even him like that. They don't even honor other people like that. They don't listen to other people as if nothing else matters. And so why Pastor Sunday treats people like that, those people even in the process get healed. They get cured. They get restored. And they get so much restored in their self-image and their self-worth.
И следующий пункт.
Next one.
Четвертое. Пастор Сандей.
Number 4. This is number 4 now.
Пастор Сандей видит детали.
Pastor Sunday is a person of details.
Он видит, глядя на человека, видит, что у него внутри, чувствует его состояние.
So the first one is he pays attention to people, he's very attentive, but this one is that he is very detailed. He sees details in people. For example, if Pastor Sunday is talking to me now, he's seeing other things beyond what I'm telling him. He's seeing all the details of the heart, of the emotions, of the feelings of the individual.
И также Сандей видит детали внешнее человека. Во что одет, какая прическа, макияж, какие-то такие мелочи, что другие могут и не заметить вообще. А пастор все замечает.
Pastor Sunday notices what other people don't notice. Even your husband might not notice your new hairstyle, but Pastor Sunday will tell you your new hairstyle. Pastor Sunday will tell you about your earrings. Pastor Sunday will tell you about your dress. Pastor Sunday will tell you about your cosmetics. Pastor Sunday will tell you about beautiful things about you. Pastor Sunday notices everything and underlines them for you to underline your significance.
И следующий пункт.
Number
5.
5.
Пастор Сандей умеет поднимать людей из грязи в князи.
Pastor Sunday is an expert in raising people from non-entity into prominence. Pastor Sunday is an expert in raising people from non-entity to prominence.
Если пастор берет человека,
When Pastor Sunday if Pastor Sunday notices you,
доверяет ему свое,
he gives you everything of that he has. He uses all his resources to raise you up, to elevate you, to promote you.
поднимает своим именем,
Pastor Sunday will sacrifice his name and reputation to raise other people up.
и своим словом авторитет этого
And
человека.
then he gives his word, he gives his energy, he gives his recommendation to anybody Sunday notices.
Я помню много случаев, когда люди, бывшие наркоманы, только они были или бомжи, или наркоманы, пастор их берет, рекламирует, помогает, просто продвигает их.
If you come to the embassy of God, you will see Pastor Sunday always on stage pushing somebody. The person could be a drug addict, the person could be a former drug addict or alcoholic or a homeless person, somebody from nowhere. Pastor Sunday will recognize them. You see the quality in them. Even those people might not see those qualities in themselves. They might not even believe that they have those abilities. Pastor Sunday will note them. He will give them his name. He will give them his recommendation. He will give them his finances. He will commit to them his everything he has, the authority of the church, the stage. He will take them to the stage, give them microphone. He just builds a platform for anybody that comes across him.
И это незаслуженно, авансом.
Everything that Pastor Sunday gives to people don't deserve it really. He's just giving them ahead of time before they have not done anything of significance, but Pastor Sunday will give them things in advance.
Человек может еще даже не сильно себя проявить никак, но
So
пастор уже
a lot of
поднимает.
people who Pastor Sunday have raised, they begin to think that it's because they are good or it's because they are so good, that's why Pastor Sunday is elevating them. But Pastor Sunday elevates you before you can even demonstrate what you are capable of doing as such.
6 пункт.
6.
Пастор Сандей любит истину.
Pastor Sunday is a lover of truth.
И учил нас в церкви,
And he taught us very thoroughly in
на
the
лидерской
church
школе, любить истину.
to always be lovers of truth.
Думать, докапываться до истины.
Pastor Sunday teaches us that we should research and analyze and get to the details of the truth.
И пастор Сандей поставил истину выше себя.
Pastor Sunday has made himself a servant of the truth. He has made this truth to be more important than him, than his own personality, than himself.
Он призывал людей любить истину.
And he's teaching us to love the truth above our own opinion, to love the truth above our own personality, to love the truth above everything else in our lives.
Когда пастор учил на школе,
When Pastor Sunday was teaching us this subject,
он не говорил, слушайте меня,
it's not.
это самое главное, я истина, вот я лично.
Pastor Sunday never teaches us that because I'm the leader and because I'm your pastor, listen to me. Pastor Sunday never says, listen to me. He always says, I and you, all of us, we need to listen to the truth together. Everybody must follow the truth. We must all become subjected to the truth, be servants of the truth.
А пастор призывал любить истину, чтобы она стала
Pastor
эталоном.
is always telling us the truth must be above everybody. The truth must be above myself. The truth must be above the pastor. The truth must be above you. The truth must be above any individual.
И во всем, что учит пастор, это уже не к этому пункту.
The truth must be supreme in everything.
Он хочет сделать нас самостоятельными.
You see, another point that I wanted to say, which I just said it by the way, it's not one of the points, but it's something I just remembered, that Pastor Sunday never connects people to himself. Pastor Sunday never wants you to be dependent on himself. He wants you to be independent of him, of anybody. Just be dependent on God only. You are only laboring to connect us to God, so that he is not the one owing people or that people have allegiance to, but the people's allegiance should be to God.
Пастор Сандей не хочет нас привязать к себе
Pastor Sunday doesn't say, follow me.
и сказать, что у меня истина, я буду
Pastor
порциями
Sunday doesn't
выдавать.
say, you are my members, you must do what I tell you. No, Pastor Sunday just say, you analyze, find the truth, and follow the truth. You don't need to follow me.
Пастор хочет нас привязать к истине.
So he's always connected people to the truth. He say, no matter what I teach you, no matter what I say, do research, discover the truth for yourself, and live by the truth that you have discovered.
Чтобы мы видели истину,
That is how Pastor has taught us over the years.
чтобы мы не были
Always
обмануты.
look for the truth so that you will not be deceived. Don't look for men. Don't look for me. Don't even look for his own authority, but look for the truth.
Чтобы мы умели различать.
And he's always teaching us to know the difference between following the truth and following personalities.
Пастор нас хочет сделать взрослыми детьми,
And
самостоятельными.
the goal of pastor in doing that is to make us independent, to make us adults, not children.
А не оставить маленькими
Pastor
младенцами.
Sunday never wanted us to connect, never wanted us to be connected to him as children that cannot do anything, that is only dependent on the leader. He wants us to be independent of him, to be on our own, to stand on our own feet, to be adults by ourselves.
Младенцами, которые постоянно зависят от пастора.
So that we don't need to look up to the pastor for anything, but we will only look at God, and we will only develop our own self.
Пастор делает много, чтобы мы росли.
Pastor does all that so that we will be matured.
Вот это по этому пункту.
So that is the next point.
7 пункт.
Number 7 now.
Пастор Сандей верит в людей
Pastor Sunday believes in people
больше, чем они верят в себя.
even more than they believe in themselves.
И когда они чувствуют эту веру пастора в них,
When Pastor Sunday shows so much faith in people that they never really believe that they could do anything, never really believe in themselves, when they see pastor's faith in themselves, they begin to believe in themselves also.
после этого у них самих появляется вера в себя.
So, for example, I was always having doubt. I didn't believe in myself. But when I see the way pastor believes in me, I begin to say, oh, wow, that means I can do it.
Но часто именно пастор верит в нас больше, чем мы сами в
Most
себя.
often, we even still continue to doubt, even despite pastor's faith in us. After pastor has told us that we can do it, and he sees the in us, we still keep on doubting that we can actually do what he tells us to do.
8.
Number 8,
Пастор Сандей верный друг.
Pastor Sunday is a friend.
Он не предает, даже если предают
But
его.
not just a friend, but a faithful friend. So many people have betrayed pastor. But when they betray him, he keeps on talking good about them. He keeps on being nice to them.
Как мы уже говорили про ценности,
So, he's a man of value.
как бы ни поступали люди
It
вокруг,
doesn't matter how people treat him.
у пастора есть свои ценности,
Pastor remains faithful to his principles.
и он любит, прощает
He
и
keeps on
принимает.
forgiving these people. He keeps on receiving them. He keeps on, tolerating them.
Когда его обижают и
Even
предают,
when people offend him, he keeps on loving those people.
он хранит в сердце дружбу и любовь к этим людям.
So he keeps on loving the people who offend him because he has to be faithful to his own principles.
Да. Следующее.
So he's a
9.
faithful friend. Next point.
Пастор Сандей поднимает женщин,
Pastor Sunday raises women.
их самооценку
Pastor Sunday gives value to women.
до здорового уровня.
He makes women to respect themselves.
Несет в общество ценность женщины,
He convinces everybody that women must be honored.
как личности.
He makes sure that he helps every woman that comes across him to become an independent personality, a grown personality, a matured person.
Пастор Сандей старается изменить в нашей культуре.
In our culture here, people they don't have high regard for women. And Pastor Sunday is always challenging our culture that people must honor women.
Начиная с нашей церкви.
Especially in our church.
У нас это меняется уже
Our
внутри
church is
церкви.
totally different thanks to the teachings of Pastor Sunday.
Женщина-пастор,
We have 50% of all our pastors are women.
женщина-лидер.
We have 50% of all our leaders are women.
Женщина осознает свою ценность.
The women in our church, they know their values.
Она исцелена внутри.
They are healed and healthy and whole inside.
И она не пытается за счет мужа состояться.
In our church, we have been taught that as a woman, you don't depend on your husband. You don't look towards your husband to be your sustainer. You are so strong and you are so independent because you are valuable. You could take care of yourself. Either you are married or you are not married. It doesn't matter what your husband is good or bad. You have so much worth for yourself. That's what we have been taught in our church.
Или за счет ребенка.
And Pastor Sunday also tells us not to depend, not to derive our joy from husband or from children even. Don't look at your children as your source of joy. Don't look at your partner as your source of joy. Let God be your source of joy and your own self-esteem.
После учения пастора Сандея,
After the teachings of Pastor Sunday,
женщины в нашей церкви знают,
the women in our church,
что их ценность не в макияже и одежде,
they know for sure who they are, and they don't put the value of themselves as the value of their cosmetics or their dress or their beauty.
дорогих украшениях.
That the women in our church know that their worth is inside them, it's not what is outside of them.
Или даже достижениях.
They don't even put their faith in their, in their dressing or in their achievements.
А женщина исцеляется внутри
And these women, they are so whole and healed inside
и чувствует себя важной, нужной,
that they feel themselves as, already worthwhile, already, worthy without any outward attributes.
как личность.
As personality, they are already whole from inside.
Независимо от внешнего,
Nothing matter how she looks, she is still worthy. She respects herself.
она осознает свою ценность.
She respects herself and she knows her value.
И не старается завоевать любовь на кухне или стирая, или как
In
прислуга.
our church, women now know that their place is not the kitchen. That they are not supposed to sit in the kitchen trying to please their husband and trying to be good just by cooking and by preparing the clothes of their husband and just trying to serve the man. That is not, they are not wasting their lives in the kitchen.
И также пастор Сандей учит этому мужчине.
And they are not wasting their lives trying to give birth to as many children as possible to feel that they are worth something. And that's what Pastor Sunday also teaches men, that men in our church should honor women, that they shouldn't keep their women down, that they shouldn't look down at women. Pastor Sunday has raised the value of women in our church and in our country.
И следующий пункт, 10.
Next point.
Пастор Сандей – Божий сосуд.
Pastor Sunday is a vessel of God.
И я хочу поделиться тем, что я уже говорила в воскресенье, видением, которое я видела в 2000 году.
In the year 2000, I saw a vision.
Это не было видение, я видела все вокруг, вернее, четко.
I was not sleeping, my eyes were not closed. My eyes were open.
Я была на служении в церкви.
Right in the church.
И смотрела из зала на сцену, где был пастор.
Yeah, I was looking on the stage.
И я недавно покаялась, очень влюбилась в Иисуса и начала слышать Его голос, очень чутко на Него реагировала. И видела пастора Сандея на сцене, понимала, что это пастор Сандей, и в то же время я вот глазами духа видела Иисуса в белых одеждах, и это было одновременно. Я вижу пастора, и в то же время я вижу, как одновременно Иисуса, слышу Его голос. Я слышу интонацию и голос пастора Сандея, его манеру, как он говорит, и слышу голос Иисуса, с которым я общаюсь в молитве. То есть не внешний голос Иисуса, а духом своим я услышала голос Иисуса через пастора.
This is amazing because I was looking at Pastor Sunday on the stage, but instead of seeing just Pastor Sunday as you normally see a human being, I was seeing Pastor Sunday mashed together with Christ as one person. I know that I'm seeing Pastor Sunday, but at the same time I'm seeing Jesus. I even saw Jesus in white robes, and I've seen that, but they're in one person. So Pastor Sunday is totally matched with Jesus, but then Pastor Sunday was talking and preaching, but I was not just hearing Pastor Sunday's voice, I was also hearing Jesus' voice.
И я тогда сокрушалась и плакала, от того, как много моего Иисуса, которого я люблю и знаю, в человеческом теле я вижу.
I was so shocked and I was so impressed that how much Jesus can a human being carry. I could see this Jesus, our Lord Jesus that we all adore, that it is possible to carry him in the flesh.
Поэтому хочу раз еще повторить, пастор Сандей – Божий сосуд.
So for me, Pastor Sunday is a carrier of God. He's a God carrier. He's carrier of Jesus. His body is being used to carry God. This man is a carrier of God. His body is just carrying God. He's reflecting God.
Он наполнен Богом,
He's full of God.
носитель Божьего присутствия.
He is carrying God character, God attributes, God characteristics, God's presence. Yes.
Богоноситель.
That is God carrier.
И я еще такое написала, оболочка, наполненная Богом. То есть вот как, настолько с избытком хочу сказать, что вот пастор вместил в себя, Божий сосуд, наполненный Богом.
You know, it's like a cup, it's like a jar that is full of the content. The content that I see in Pastor is like Pastor has filled himself with the content of God, with the personality of God. Yeah, we see his body, we see his skin, we hear his voice, but the content in Pastor is mainly God, the personality of Jesus. He has filled himself with the content and the character and the attribute of God Almighty.
Спасибо. 11.
11th,
Пастор Сандей позитивный и радостный.
Pastor Sunday is a joyous and a happy person.
И он приносит это состояние всем людям вокруг себя.
And this joy, he doesn't just keep it to himself, he gives that joy and happiness to other people.
Он как бы достает это состояние радости и счастья и распространяет его вокруг себя.
So Pastor Sunday doesn't monopolize the joy of God and the happiness of God in himself. He has it, but he doesn't just keep it to himself. He's infecting everybody around with the life and joy that he has.
И может даже люди вокруг или в церкви переживают о своих проблемах, трудностях вокруг пастора. Но пастор Сандей умеет изменить эту атмосферу своим позитивом и радостью.
You know, no matter what concern you have, no matter what problem you carry, when you are around Pastor Sunday, you feel different. Because Pastor Sunday's presence alone will change the atmosphere and will change even your feeling. Whatever you are feeling, whatever you are experiencing, it brings a superior atmosphere of joy, supremacy of joy and happiness.
12. Пастор Сандей – человек качества.
Pastor Sunday is a man of quality.
Он делает качественно.
That's the number 9?
12.
Number 12. Pastor Sunday is a man of quality. He does everything with quality.
Он все делает качественно и даже с отличием.
He does everything not just well, he does everything excellently.
И хочет научить этому всех, кто вокруг него, кого Бог привел к нему.
Excellence, and he's always demanding excellence from everybody around him. Number 13.
Пастор Сандей харизматичный.
Pastor Sunday is charismatic.
14 пункт.
Number 14.
Пастор Сандей помнит лица.
Pastor Sunday remembers people's faces.
И судьбы людей,
And then he remembers their stories as well.
которых он видел 10-20 лет назад.
Can you imagine Pastor Sunday will see somebody and speak to them 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and Pastor Sunday will still remember the story. He will remember what they spoke about. He will remember who the person is and what the problem they came to him was.
Иногда люди удивлены и шокированы.
So often people are shocked and surprised. How could he remember all these stories 10, 20 years ago? How could he remember? He has so many people around him, yet he remembers all this.
Что пастор, вокруг которого тысячи людей, тысячи судеб, помнит лично этого человека, его лицо, как зовут мужа или жену, какие-то детали, люди тоже в потрясении.
So people are not just gray masses to Pastor Sunday. Pastor Sunday is not just looking at you as a bunch of body or flesh. He is identifying you as a person with your specific interest and need.
15 пункт.
Number 15.
Пастор Сандей – отец.
Pastor Sunday is the father.
Это его суть.
That is who he is for real.
У него отцовское сердце.
Pastor Sunday has a father's heart.
И хочу сказать, что, наверное, могли уйти от пастора только те, кто его не понял, не почувствовали, потому что те, кто поняли отца, они не пойдут, как сын за рожками, блуждать в миру
I
и есть
cannot
похлебку.
understand anybody who ever leave pastor. It's impossible to leave Pastor Sunday. Because unless anybody that leaves Pastor Sunday means he doesn't know, he never knew Pastor Sunday. Pastor Sunday has a father's heart. It's impossible to leave him. Because if you have discovered who Pastor Sunday is, it's impossible to leave him.
16 пункт.
Number 16,
Пастор благодарный.
Pastor Sunday is very grateful. He's a grateful person.
Пастор Сандей помнит оказанное ему добро всю жизнь.
Pastor Sunday remembers every good that is done to him for the rest of his life. He keeps in memory. He remembers every good thing that has been done to him.
И старается воздать этому человеку потом при возможности.
He keeps on praising the people. He keeps on thanking the people. If you have ever done any good to Pastor Sunday, he never forgets you.
Послужить, помочь ему, когда
He
нужна
keeps on
будет
helping
помощь.
you. When you do one good thing to Pastor Sunday one time, you keep on reaping for the rest of your life.
Или просто почтить, выделить этого человека,
He
похвалить
keeps on
перед другими.
honoring the person. He keep on praising them. He keep on noticing them. He keep on celebrating them just because they did one little thing to him.
Пастор Сандей благодарный.
Sunday is a highly grateful person.
17 пункт.
Number 17,
Пастор Сандей глубокий человек.
Pastor Sunday is very deep. He's a very deep person.
Он глубоко думает, чувствует и глубоко говорит.
He thinks deeply. He analyzes deeply. He speaks deeply.
У пастора Сандея объем личности.
Pastor Sunday has a huge capacity. He has a huge volume capacity.
И следующий пункт, 18. Пастор Сандей аналитик.
The number 18, Pastor Sunday is very analytical.
Он копает,
Pastor
анализирует.
Sunday analyzes everything.
И сюда еще присоединю стратег, хоть это
And,
можно
and
выделить.
but it's also very strategic.
19 пункт.
Number 19,
Пастор Сандей подпускает близко к себе людей,
Pastor Sunday allows people to touch him. Pastor Sunday draws people near to himself.
которые хотят быть рядом с ним.
Only those who wish to be with him, who wish to relate with him, he allows people to relate with himself. He doesn't stand aloof of people.
Пастор Сандей недалекая звезда на сцене,
Pastor Sunday doesn't behave as a star that is far away from ordinary people,
недосягаемая.
that cannot be touched by the infirmity of ordinary people.
Для тех, кто не хочет приблизиться к Богу, он может быть далеким.
Yes, for those people who don't want to come closer to Pastor, they might think that he's far from them, but that is not. That is far from people, but really he is very close. He actually lets people, challenges people to come close to him.
Но кто хочет учиться, кто хочет быть рядом с пастором, принимать из его уст, кто жаждет. Двери дома пастора открыты, его сердце
Pastor
открыто.
had opened his house to everybody. Anybody could come to Pastor Sunday's house. That's unbelievable. His heart is so large, and that he receives everybody.
20.
Number 20,
Пастор Сандей прекрасный семьянин,
Pastor Sunday is a great family man.
муж
He's a husband and father.
с отличием.
He's an excellent. He scores excellence here as a husband and a father.
То, что я говорила о почтении к женщине, пастор учит на примере своих отношений со своей супругой.
You need to see how he relates to his wife. He honors Pastor Bosse, and I spoke to you that he raises women, and that is how he showed us how to relate to women by the way he relates to his wife.
Пастор Сандей чествует пастора Босси,
Pastor Sunday honors Pastor Bosse so much.
выделяет ее,
He underlines and notices her.
подчеркивает и достижения, и красоту, почитает ее.
He honors and celebrates her
И
uniqueness.
лично, и при нас в церкви.
He doesn't just do this at home in the secrets of their apartment or their family. He does this openly in the church even.
И этим дает наглядный личный пример мужчинам в зале, как надо относиться к
So
женам.
he's showing everybody in the church and in the stage, everywhere, how women are supposed to be treated by the way he treats Pastor Bosse. By the way, if you have not shared the message, if you have not shared this link, please go ahead and look for the share button. Let's share this message. This message is so key And it's so, for anybody who wants to know Pastor Sunday, if you want to recommend Pastor Sunday to anybody, I think this is the video to take. And please go and look for the share button, and let's share it with as many people as possible.
Семья пастора счастлива.
Pastor Sunday's family is very happy, very fulfilled family.
И они все служат Господу.
And all of them are serving, all of them are committed to God.
Пастор Сандей, пастор Боси и дети.
Pastor Bosse is committed to God, serving God, and even the children are committed to God, serving God.
Все служат Господу.
All of them are very committed.
21 пункт.
Number 21,
Очень важный.
very important.
Пастор Сандей христианин-практик.
Pastor Sunday is a very practical Christian.
Пастор живет тем, что он учит.
Pastor Sunday teaches and does what he teaches. He practices what he teaches.
Пастор, можно сказать, сначала показывает
Pastor Sunday, first of all, demonstrates
своим примером
in practice
и учит.
before he teaches you what to do.
Пастор Сандей не теоретик,
Pastor Sunday is not a theoretic teacher or
который
pastor.
читает с бумажки одно,
He's not just telling you one thing
а живет вообще
and
по-другому.
then does another thing.
Это не про пастора
That is not
Сандея.
Pastor Sunday at all.
Пастор Сандей практик.
Pastor Sunday practices everything he teaches.
20 пункт.
22, verse 22. Point 22.
Каждый, кто приближается к пастору, кто находится рядом с ним, попадает в Божью любовь, может ощутить ее реально, соприкоснуться с ней.
Anybody that touches Pastor Sunday, that Pastor Sunday touches, feels the touch of God. Pastor Sunday carries the touch of God's love.
23 пункт.
Number 23.
Пастор Сандей несет стратегические ценности в церковь и общество.
Pastor Sunday brings strategic plans of God to the society and to the nations.
Такие как почитание родителей,
Strategic ideas of God, strategic plans, strategic attitudes, heavenly character, that is heavenly culture. Pastor Sunday is a carrier of heavenly culture.
почитание родителей, любовь к истине,
Like teaching people the mode of life of the kingdom of God, like love of the truth, respect for parents,
и другие.
and many other culture of the kingdom.
И мне сейчас пришло в сердце, хочу сказать вам, если вы еще не слышали о почтении родителей, вам надо обязательно его услышать.
If you have not listened to the teaching of Pastor Sunday on honoring parents, you need to listen to that series about honoring parents.
Учение и о почтении родителей, и о почтении к лидеру, о самой сути почтения.
Honor, the pastor's teaching on honor is revolutionary.
Некоторые люди в церкви этого не поняли.
You know, many people didn't understand this even in our church.
Даже в церкви любящие Бога и пастора приткнулись, но оно стратегическое и судьбоносное.
That teaching is unbelievable.
И оно входит в одну из заповедей с обетованием.
And it's one of the 10 commandments.
И
To
пастор
honor your
знает,
father and mother.
извиняюсь,
To honor your mother and father.
и пастор знает, о чем говорит.
And that's why pastor thought it necessary to teach.
Это очень серьезно.
Very, very serious.
Попробуйте найти и послушать
Please
его.
go and look for those teachings, that series on honoring father and mother.
24 пункт.
The 24th attribute of Pastor Sunday, quality of Pastor Sunday.
Пастор не зависит от общественного мнения.
Pastor Sunday does not depend on public opinion.
И это можно увидеть, даже если вы видите, как пастор смеется, как ведет,
Pastor Sunday is so free.
как он не думает.
He is not dependent on the public opinion.
Он
Look
не-
at the way he laughs. Look at the way he behaves himself freely.
Как пастор одевается,
Look at the way he dresses.
кто рядом,
He doesn't care
близкие,
what people think so much. He's not controlled by public opinion at all.
рядом близкие или чужие на улице люди.
Pastor Sunday is the same everywhere. With people who are close to him, with people who don't know him at all, he remains the same.
Он может улыбаться как своим
He
близким,
laughs with people who are close,
жене, детям,
with his family,
так и незнакомому
and he
человеку на
laughs with
улице,
people who don't even know him.
смеяться,
He's the
шутить.
same person everywhere.
Пастор просто ходит в свободе.
He loves freedom and he's in total freedom. He's not controlled by public opinion.
А у нас в Украине есть свои твердыни,
In our culture here in Ukraine, you have to behave certain way in certain places.
свои правила,
You have to behave in
Культуры.
certain ways according to the culture, what the culture thinks, what the public opinion will think about you.
А у пастора Сандея
But Pastor Sunday
небесная культура,
is faithful to himself,
небесная радость,
to the culture of the kingdom.
и он вне стран,
He is
конфессий,
not in
каких-то
or he's not in any box at all.
понятий
He's not in
человеческих.
any box.
Пастор живет в свободе.
Pastor lives in freedom.
Да, спасибо. 25 пункт. Пастор Сандей настоящий, искренний.
Number 25, Pastor Sunday is always real,
Он не
truthful, real.
играет роли,
He's always sincere. He doesn't play. He's not playing games.
не одевает маски
He doesn't wear masks.
и не меняется в зависимости с кем
And he
он
doesn't
находится.
change according to where he is or who he's talking to. He's the same everywhere.
Как я говорила, он стабилен в своих ценностях,
He is not hypocritical at all. He's always stable.
и он одинаковый со всеми.
The same with everybody.
26 пункт.
Number 26, value of attribute of Pastor Sunday.
Хочу его выделить все-таки. Пастор Сандей ярко, интересно одевается.
Pastor Sunday dresses like nobody else.
И я думаю, что это отображение его внутреннего мира.
Sunday is very stylish, and I think he dresses like that as an expression of his personality and of the person who is inside that body.
И даже если пастор не одевается ярко, но это не оранжевый цвет какой-то яркий, но это со вкусом и интересно. То есть
Even when pastor is not wearing anything bright or colorful, even when he's wearing dark or any other color apart from yellow or green, he still is with taste, it's with style and with excellence.
пастор этим прославляет Бога
Pastor glorifies God the way he dresses.
и проявляет себя как личность
And then expresses himself, his personality, his unique personality to the world.
в том, как он одевается.
Just the way he dresses.
И дает нам тоже пример проявлять себя, не бояться, а
And
быть
he's
такими,
giving us
какие мы
an
внутри.
example that way, that we should also express ourselves. We should not allow any culture or anything to put us in a box. That we should express our own individuality. Pastor expresses his own individuality, and he helps us to address our own, to express our own individuality too.
27 пункт.
27 attribute of Pastor Sunday.
Пастор Сандей сокрушен духом перед Богом.
Pastor Sunday is a very broken man. He's a very meek man, humble person before God.
Он может идти вперед по жизни, побеждать, достигать, быть как лев, а перед Богом на коленях и внутри, и физически.
Even though Pastor Sunday in life is like a lion, Pastor Sunday is like a lion, he's like a warrior, he's like a victor, a winner, a champion. But at the same time, Pastor Sunday, anything pertains to God, Pastor Sunday is completely broken, is humble, is meek, and his brokenness before God is exemplary.
Я когда писала этот пункт, вспоминала царя Давида, который был победитель, сильный и такой сокрушенный.
When I was thinking about this particular point, I would remember Pastor Sunday is just like David. David also was a warrior, a winner. But, at different times, you see him broken before God, humble, meek before God.
Пастор Сандей имеет сокрушенный перед Богом дух.
Pastor Sunday knows how to be broken and meek God Almighty.
28 пункт.
Verse 28, attribute 28.
Пастор Сандей создает систему.
Pastor Sunday is a system builder.
Когда он думает, мечтает сам или слышит со стороны о чем-то важном, пастор Сандей сразу думает, как это систематизировать, поставить на конвейер, чтобы это работало на автомате. Не каждый раз изобретать велосипед, а если кому-то помогло, давайте мы это сразу целую программу, и чтобы оно как машина работало, как паровоз.
Pastor Sunday is always thinking about putting things in systemic manner. It's not somebody that is just doing little things, small things. Anything that he's thinking about or is seeing that is working anywhere, Pastor Sunday is always creating a system to make those kind of things work, to be massive and is like massive production. It's like momentum. Pastor Sunday is always building system structure to put everything it does in a system, so that it's not every time you need to duplicate things, but you don't need to. Everything is put automatically to duplicate itself automatically. That's what Pastor Sunday does. It puts everything in system. It's building system for everything that works.
29 пункт.
Number 29 attributes of Pastor Sunday.
Пастор Сандей любит славить Бога,
Pastor Sunday is a worshiper.
петь и танцевать,
He dances to God, he praises God.
и поклоняться Богу.
He's a worshiper of God.
Пастор Сандей поклонник.
Pastor Sunday is a worshiper.
И в сердце своем,
In his heart.
и в делах.
And not just in his heart, even in his action. He does this demonstratively, unashamedly.
Он своей жизнью поклоняется
Pastor
Богу.
Sunday is a worshiper in every day of his life, even with his life, with his regular life.
Но также вот он любит именно
But
славить
even the time of
традиционно,
praise and worship
с
in the
песнями,
traditional way,
молиться, славить, сокрушаться перед Богом.
dancing and worship and singing. But even apart from that, his lifestyle is of worship. Pastor Sunday's lifestyle is all about worshiping God and praising Him.
30 пункт.
Number 30,
Пастор Сандей любит поднимать лидеров.
the 30th attribute of Pastor Sunday is that Pastor Sunday is an expert in raising leaders.
И у пастора Сандея были лидерские школы
Pastor Sunday is always teaching in series,
для церкви.
to raise people up so that when Pastor Sunday begins to teach on one topic, it goes to the very bottom of that topic.
Лидерские школы с домашними работами в срок.
Yeah, it's very detailed. It demands responsibility. It wants you to get it.
Домашние группы пастора
It
Сандея.
builds system for you to be able to get what it teaches you.
Золотой фонд.
It creates structures. It puts system in place to make you even get it and be more responsible to the things that are being given to you, so that you become a doer as well.
Пастор Сандей поднимал лидеров,
Pastor Sunday is always raising people, always raising leaders.
чтобы не одним быть лидером в церкви,
Pastor Sunday doesn't want to be the only leader in the church. That's one thing about him. He is raising people who will take over from him. He's always making himself irrelevant.
но чтобы поднялись лидеры, подобные ему,
He's
и
always
сердцем, и
removing himself
мышлением.
and raising other people to take his place.
И они пошли в это общество, изменили его.
So that's why we have been able to change Ukraine. We have been able to change this whole country because Pastor Sunday raises thousands of leaders that go everywhere to take over.
31 пункт.
The 31st of Pastor Sunday on his birthday.
Пастор не боится делиться своими секретами успеха.
Pastor Sunday is always giving away all his secrets. People always want to keep their secrets to themselves, but not Pastor Sunday. He is giving out all the secrets of his success.
Он открывает их людям.
He gives them freely to people.
А Бог поднимает пастора еще выше и выше.
But the more he gives out of his secrets to people, the more God raises him up even the more.
32 пункт.
The 31st quality of Sunday.
Пастор постоянно работает над собой, над духом и душой.
Pastor Sunday is always working on himself. He's on his spirit and on his soul.
Много занимается самообразованием.
Pastor Sunday is always working on self-education.
И это образ жизни пастора.
Self-education is like the lifestyle of Pastor Sunday.
Это не фрагмент какой-то на 5 дней.
Pastor Sunday is always working on himself in a detailed manner.
Это постоянный процесс.
He's a continuous. Pastor Sunday doesn't just go to school and finish it. He studies all the time.
Пастор говорил нам, что уделяет каждый день этому много часов.
Pastor Sunday spends 3 to 6 hours into self-education every day.
Если я не ошибаюсь, 6
3
часов, а
часа,
минимум
да,
3
3,
или 2. Я, вот,
6
ну, я,
минимум,
да,
да.
да. Вот. 33 пункт.
Attribute 33.
Пастор доверяет людям.
Pastor Sunday trusts to a fault.
Иногда пастору говорили, что может не стоит, что это как бы как наивно,
Pastor
чересчур.
Sunday is like a naive person. It's like he trusts people too much. And people are always telling him that people take advantage of him and that he's too trusting and that that's his weakness.
Но пастор Сандей открыт к людям и принимает все с открытым сердцем.
But Pastor Sunday continues to trust people and receive everybody with an open heart despite everything.
И он выбирает лучше доверять, даже если будет обманутым, чем не доверять людям.
Pastor Sunday has been let down and deceived and betrayed a lot of times, but he would not deny himself. He refuses to stop trusting people.
Пастор снова и снова выбирает доверять
He
людям.
keeps on trusting people, believing in people, no matter how much pain they have brought to him.
И 34 пункт.
34.
Я написала его большими буквами.
She said, and I underlined this one.
Я думаю, что это действительно уникально.
It's a unique quality of Pastor Sunday.
Пастор Сандей учит людей выражать свое мнение
Pastor
в
Sunday
церкви.
teaches to express their opinion, even if their opinion is against his own opinion.
То, что в церкви все имеют доступ к микрофону, действительно уникально.
Pastor Sunday gives his microphone. Pastor Sunday's pulpit is not just for him. Pastor Sunday allows everybody to own the pulpit in his church, in his own church. He allows everybody to come to the pulpit and talk their mind.
Люди могут выйти засвидетельствовать,
People can come to the stage and take the microphone from pastor
но самое главное, могут выйти выразить свое мнение.
and not just testify about what God has done for them, but they could actually come and just share their own impression about Pastor Sunday's message or about their impression about whatever is going on.
И часто бывает, что пастор делится учением, а потом хочет обратной связи, кто как понял, кто что услышал. И он зовет людей, идите. И бывает еще не все идут. Он говорит, ну давайте, кто первый, давайте. Сейчас уже мы активизируемся. Но пастор зовет. А я вот смотрела служение некоторых церквей, и там все, служитель держит микрофон, дали сказать пару слов, забрали, спасибо, до свидания. Все четко как бы контролируется это.
Pastor Sunday gives so much liberty to people in the church to come to the stage to express themselves. Even after Pastor Sunday has finished talking or preaching, it's almost no time when he preaches without coming, telling people to come and express their own opinion about his talk and his message. But in other churches, people control who comes to the stage. People control who owns the microphone, but not Pastor Sunday. Pastor Sunday gives people such a liberty that everybody could be like him and take his own place.
И это уникально.
It's totally unique.
И были служения еще, когда все служение, люди на стульчиках сидят на служении, и сказал пастор, и потом многим людям, 6-7 человек, передают друг другу микрофон, делятся, у каждого свое мнение. Больше, чем пол проповеди занимает выражение мнения людей, а не только пастор проповедует.
Can you imagine sometimes in our church when pastor has 1 hour or 2 hours to preach, half of the time that he has to preach is given to other people to express their opinion or testify or express their opinion. He's not monopolizing his time. He's not saying that I'm the preacher, this is me talking now, I have to be the one to speak, it's my preaching time. No, he shares his preaching time with people. Can you believe that? Not just with other pastors or other ministers, just anybody in the hall.
И это у нас в церкви есть, и на общении в доме пастора.
And this is not just on what it does in a small meeting, but even in the big stage in the church, it does the same thing.
И это прекрасно.
It's wonderful.
35-й пункт.
Number 35, attribute of Pastor.
Пастор Сандей уединяется с Богом.
Pastor Sunday practices solitude with God, alone with God.
И это его.
Pastor Sunday has made solitude his value, one of his core values.
Пастор делает это постоянно.
Pastor Sunday does that continuously.
И не потому, что кто-то его заставляет со стороны.
Not because somebody is asking him to do that or somebody is pushing him to do it.
А это его выбор.
No, he's doing it by himself.
Как мы говорили в начале, его жажда и ревность по Богу.
Just his love for God pushes him to keep on pushing himself to do solitude and alone with God.
36-й пункт.
36.
Пастор Сандей жертвенный человек.
Pastor Sunday is sacrificial.
Сеет в Бога и людей свое время,
Sacrificial to God and to people.
время, силы,
He's sacrificing his time, his power, his energy to people. And to
финансы.
God. Even finances.
Пастор сеет.
Pastor Sunday is a giver to a flock.
7-й пункт.
37, point 37.
Пастор Сандей, посвященный Богу
Pastor Sunday is so devoted to God
и его делу.
and to his work.
Посвящение.
Dedication. Pastor Sunday is devoted. He's a dedicated person.
38-й пункт.
38.
Пастор Сандей мыслит и действует не форматно, не шаблонно,
Pastor Sunday doesn't act in the accepted manner.
выходя за рамки стандартов общества.
Pastor Sunday is always breaking all the standards. Pastor Sunday is not under it's not, what do you call it? It's not, it's not just doing what everybody else does. Pastor Sunday is not traditional. It's not customary. Doesn't do what is the norm. Pastor Sunday cannot be put in a corner. It cannot be put in a box.
Это, конечно, перекликается с независимостью от общественного мнения, но это не то. Это Pastor Sunday не в рамках, не
Pastor Sunday
в формате.
is never repeating what other people do. Pastor Sunday is always original in his thoughts, in his actions.
39 пункт.
39th attribute of Pastor Sunday.
Такой был похожий, но это чуть-чуть другой. Они отличаются, я сейчас точно не скажу. 39-й пастор прощает обидчиков и предателей.
Pastor Sunday is a forgiver. He forgives everybody. No matter what people do against him, no matter how they hurt him, Pastor Sunday accepts and forgives.
То есть был пункт, что пастор Сандей друг, но это про дружбу. А это отдельно, что вы именно прощаете обидчиков и предателей.
Pastor Sunday truly forgives people and moves on, and he doesn't hold anger or malice against people.
40-й пункт.
For number 40,
И дома пастора открытый.
Pastor Sunday serves with everything he has, even with his home and with his house.
Проходили долгое время ретриты в доме пастора, а сейчас общение. Но двери как раньше были открыты, так и сейчас.
No matter what happens, Pastor Sunday keeps the doors of his home open to anybody. Can you imagine the whole church? People come to sleep in Pastor Sunday's home. People come to stay here in his home, in his house. They live here for days, for months. It's unbelievable.
Я вспомнила место Писания. Я и дом служить Господу.
Pastor Sunday is the example of where it says, "I and my house will serve the Lord."
И я не только семья ваша, ваш дом семья, а и дом физический тоже служит.
It's not just the family that is serving the Lord, but the even physical house of Pastor Sunday is serving the Lord. Number 40, not just his house, but his car and everything that pastor has, he uses to serve people. Number 41.
Улыбка, смех пастора незабываема.
Pastor has an infectious laughter.
Уникально.
A unique laughter.
42 пункт.
42.
Пастор Сандей осознает свою ответственность за жизнь и время.
Pastor Sunday is very time conscious.
Пастор Сандей мудрый распорядитель и менеджер всего, что доверил ему Бог.
Pastor Sunday is very, very time conscious. He's very conscious of time and he's very conscious of the resources of God that has been entrusted into his hands.
43 пункт.
Attribute 43.
Пастор Сандей добрый.
Pastor Sunday is very kind.
У него большое сердце и душа.
He has a big, large heart and large heart to people.
44 пункт.
44.
Пастор Сандей, я все прочитаю, наверное, сразу. Пастор Сандей строгий, когда нужно, с помощниками или с теми, в ком он видит взрослых сыновей. Это отцовская строгость, выращивание.
Pastor Sunday could be disciplinarian. Pastor Sunday could be a disciplinarian. Pastor Sunday could rebuke and correct when necessary. When necessary, Pastor Sunday doesn't hold back. He can correct you, discipline you, but normally Pastor Sunday will only discipline people he trusts, people he knows that will take it well. People he knows how to correct, and he could correct you very harsh, but he will correct only those people that he trusts, that they know that he has their best interests at heart. If he doesn't trust you, that you have that you will trust him and his judgment, then he can just leave you.
45 пункт.
45.
Пастор Сандей умеет плакать с плачущими и радоваться с радующимися.
The 45th attribute of Pastor Sunday is that Pastor Sunday knows how to cry with those who cry, weep with those who weep, and laugh with those who laugh, and rejoice with those who are rejoicing.
46 пункт.
46.
Я вспомнила, перекликается с тем, то, что я говорила, что вы умеете поднять из грязи в князи, да, но тут он чуть-чуть отличается. Пастор умеет чествовать людей, вообще людей вокруг себя, выделить, прорекламировать, презентовать так, чтобы все услышали.
Pastor Sunday knows how to celebrate people. Pastor Sunday knows how to honor every individual around him. Pastor Sunday knows how to respect, honor, and celebrate people around him who come across him.
47 пункт.
47 attributes of Pastor Sunday.
Пастор делает комплименты, видя красивое или интересное.
Pastor Sunday compliments everything good. Everything good that he sees, he doesn't just pass by and think about it in his heart or keep quiet. Everything good that Pastor Sunday sees, he compliments it.
48 пункт.
48.
Пастор Сандей вдохновитель.
Pastor Sunday
Вдохновлять
is an exhorter. Pastor Sunday is a motivator.
Вдохновляет через книги
He exalts through his books.
и через проповеди. Пастор несет вдохновение.
He's an inspirer, an inspirator, or whatever, inspirer. And he inspires you through what he does. Everything he does is to inspire you. Is to motivate you, inspire you. He's an excellent motivator and inspiration.
49 пункт.
49.
Пастор умеет миловать.
Pastor Sunday knows how to display mercy.
Он не спешит взять камень,
Pastor Sunday doesn't throw stones.
когда кого-то все окружили уже с камнями.
When other people are throwing stones to condemn people and to judge other people, Pastor Sunday is careful not to judge, but rather protects the person that's being judged.
А хочет простить, дать шанс, поверить в
Pastor
человека.
Sunday always gives the second chance. He always gives the benefit of a doubt for the people.
Это не значит, что пастор покрывает грех.
It's not the same as covering sin or being lenient to sin.
Или несерьезно к нему относится.
Or that pastor is not serious about sin and people's weaknesses. No, he is, but he also knows how to display mercy.
Но пастор умеет отделить грех от человека и помиловать человека.
Pastor knows how to separate the person from his behavior and his sin. And pastor always gives the second chance, the benefit of a doubt.
50 пункт.
The 58th quality,
Пастор,
attribute of Pastor Sunday.
пастор платит цену.
Pastor always pays the price. Pastor is paying huge price on daily basis.
Пастор Сандей труженик.
Pastor Sunday is a workaholic.
Пастор уповает, я скажу фразу, которую вы говорили, пастор, как-то. Пастор уповает на Бога так, как будто от самого пастора Сандея ничего не зависит, а все зависит только от Бога. А потом пастор Сандей работает так, как будто ничего вокруг ни от кого не зависит, а только от пастора.
Pastor Sunday lives by this philosophy. Pastor Sunday works as if everything depends on him and his labor and his efforts. And he believes God, sees God, prays to God, trusts in God as if nothing depends on him and his efforts, as if everything only depends on God.
Вот такие 50 пунктов.
Надо, я не знаю, Галина смотрит на нас сейчас, но надо это все, конечно, перед Галиной, чтобы это все включили в журнал, под ее автограф, чтобы положили на журнале, ее отдельно, чтобы она написала статью такую, которую нужно с этими всеми качествами, особенно если она еще объяснит все чуть-чуть. Вау.
Юля, безподобний глибокий аналіз. Дякуємо вам за те, що ви так
Thank you so very much, Yuli. Everybody is clapping for you. Тебе хлопают здесь, они дают тебе здесь лайки, они все любовь тебе дают здесь, все. Да, все тебе здесь дают, восхищаются тобой.
Спасибо. Вся слава Господу и благодарность пастору. Скажите, пожалуйста, слава нашему Господу и благодарность моему пастору.
Thanks to God, thank God, and of course appreciation to my pastor.
И спасибо вам за внимание, за ваше время. Еще раз говорю, что люблю и благословляю вас.
Thank you for your time, everybody. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me today. I love you and I thank you.
Юля, і дуже вам дякую, що ви до нас прийшли, що ви пастора пошанували такою характеристикою і 50 пунктів до його ювілею. Це, я думаю, гарний подарунок.
This is the best gift to pastor. Thank you so much.
Ну що ж, дорогі глядачі, наш час, на жаль, вже закінчується.
Our time is over.
Дякуємо, що ви були з нами.
Thank you for coming.
Ми вас чекаємо завтра.
We are going to be here again tomorrow with another person.
А сьогодні ви ще зустрінетеся і зможете задати пастору питання з Майовою уже через 45 хвилин.
But today, in the next 45 minutes, Mayowa will be back with all the questions or to answer all your questions. So all your questions, get your questions ready. Mayowa will be back to answer your questions in the next 20 minutes, in the next 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
До завтра.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well. That Yulia could write a book about Pastor Sunday, I think. I think she could write a whole book about Pastor Sunday. She is just wonderful, powerful. If you didn't watch from the beginning, I see some of you didn't watch from the beginning. Wow. It's a lot you have missed. I think everyone who knows Pastor Sunday needs to have this. These qualities are what will live after Pastor Sunday, I think. And I think these kind of qualities are what ministers, all ministers and young ministers should try to cultivate in themselves so that they will be able to make Christ and the kingdom attractive to the world. So I think everybody who is serious about God should have these qualities and should have these characteristics and should have this video. I think all of us need to watch this video over and over again to even develop these qualities in ourselves. Yulia, how long have you been in the church?
В церкви с 2000 года. 17.
She's been in the church for 17 years. So for 17 years, she has observed Pastor Sunday. And so she was able to come up with all these attributes and these qualities. Adelaja. Thank you, everybody. See you in 45 minutes. Bye.